strong. Like, really strong.
When doing a potentially dangerous activity like skydiving or driving a car, it's a really good idea to take every precaution and buckle up. Safe driving is something we can all live with.
Guys, welcome back to Living 757. Now, Patricia, it's always good to share the road with safe drivers, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, the DMV, they have a new awareness campaign that's geared to prevent fatal accidents from happening. And we'd like to welcome to tell us a little bit more about that, John Saunders, to the show. Welcome to Living 757, John.
Thank you, Quincy. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Quincy, appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. Look, it's good. It's good to see that there are, more awareness about, how, dangerous driving can be when you're not paying attention and when you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing. But you're the director, all right, at the DMV for highway safety, right? So with this campaign, I love to play on words. It's called Safe Driving is Something We Can All Live With. Who's your target audience here?
Well, our target audience really for these videos that we just previewed are 29 to 39-year-old males, really. Only that demographic, when we look at it, are most susceptible to have those risky behaviors that we want to really focus on. So we're looking at the younger demographic here. However, the message is while they're we think very funny and humorous, they have a serious message behind them. And the message we want to get out to folks, is to really take those steps necessary. So in fact, number one, you're not involved in a crash, but if you are involved in a crash, you have the best opportunity to survive that crash. And that's what seatbelts are all about.
It makes sense.
Yes, and I was thinking about that you just mentioned it. The videos, you use some comedy to talk about very important points right here in this campaign. And you have 4 of them that support this campaign. But what are the 4 points that you want to focus on?
Well, there are 4 points. When we look at the data, speed, seatbelts, not wearing seatbelts, or what we call unrestrained, impaired driving, which is alcohol, and distracted driving. That's those issues like texting. But when we talk about distracted, there's a lot of other things other than texting as well that you can do behind the wheel that takes your attention off the focus of driving. So those are the 4 areas. So speed, seatbelts, drunk driving, and distracted. Those are the key things that we look at.
But I love, Quincy, the fact that they choose some comedy to make a call.
Yeah, because a lot of times you've got to use comedy. Like you see it on like insurance commercials.
Yes.
Like they do the same thing, because when you can get people engaged and watching and laughing, then they also see the message in it. But I got to ask you, John, personally, I put on my seatbelt all the time, and I have friends who don't like to wear their seatbelt, but there's situations where the vehicle's moving, whether we're just about to come to a complete stop or we're just taking off, and they haven't put on their seatbelts. So, can you talk about the importance of why we should do that while the vehicle is moving?
Well, again, it's one of the fallacies is that folks believe, number one, that we're only going a short distance, or as you say, we're getting to the end so I can take off my seatbelt. But data shows again that we have a majority or many crashes that occur within a very short distance of an individual's home or residence or where the destination is. So wearing a seatbelt is so important, again, because again, if you're involved in a crash, to survive it, number one thing you need to do is be maintained in your seating position and not being able to be thrown around like a projectile inside of that vehicle. And our vehicles are built to protect us. There is that around us, that area around us inside the vehicle, and we have the airbags in the vehicle. All of those things together with the seatbelt, that will ensure that we have the best chance in the world of surviving that crash.
Makes sense.
So you can do everything right and still be involved in the crash. So you, whenever you're behind the wheel or whenever you're in a car, you should have your seatbelt buckled.
Very important. And also, Labor Day weekend is right around the corner, and speeding is one of the things that people is in a rush to go to see their families and friends. I'm not very good with the speeding. Sometimes when the speed limit is 55, Quincy, I try to go no more than 65. I use like a 10 miles range, and I think, I'm gonna be okay. Is that right to do or not?
No.
I knew it, but I have to ask.
The speed limits are speed limits. They are set for a purpose and a reason. And we realize that sometimes the traffic route does move faster than the speed limits. But we always would recommend folks to make right choices and obey the speed limits. And things change. I mean, the weather changes, situations change, traffic changes. And if you have a static speed limit, that speed limit, even though it may say 65 miles an hour, based on weather conditions or traffic, that's just not an acceptable speed.
Yeah.
So even in those situations, you have to make good judgments and make right choices.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, we certainly appreciate you, John,
Thank
for
you so
stopping
much.
by, and thank you for sharing those tips. And kudos on this awareness campaign. We appreciate you, John.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate you too, and thank you for getting our message out.
No problem. All
Okay.
right.